Hey everybody, welcome back to one of my videos. This week I'm going to do a cash envelope stuffing video, just going over all the things that I'm saving up for. As well, I'm going to go over a recap of January's no spend month. So I actually was planning on doing this last week, but work was crazy, life was crazy, and I didn't end up doing the video. So I ended up adding money from last week and money from today to the envelopes, so I'll show you kind of what the totals are now. Happy day, I was able to buy, guess what? My AirPods. I have them in currently. They are so nice. I'm so glad I got them. I have no regrets about this whatsoever. You know when you buy something and like instantly you are so happy with the thing you bought? I looked at my envelope. I had $190 after everything, after the last couple of savings. And so I looked online to see what the price was for the second generation earbuds, and they were on sale for $180. So I was like, you know what? I'm sick of using my old headphones. They don't work very good. They keep getting caught on everything. I talked about this in my last video. So I just went out and bought them, and instantly, as soon as I took it out of the package, it worked so well. It synced right away. I don't know about you guys, but I have no luck with electronics, and I'm just terrible with them. So I just love something that just works right away, and it works perfectly. And sorry, I could go on and on about Apple products because they are my favorite. But anyways, it says here that I'm adding $100 to the envelope this week, but for a total of $190, but actually I spent it. So, and just as this aside here, this extra $40 that I added is from my Apple Watch fund. I just thought to myself, you know, I would rather have my AirPods and just get it done, buy them, and then I have these great headphones instead of waiting and slowly saving up for an Apple Watch. So I decided to just take all the money I had, which was only $40, and put it towards AirPods. So I'm so happy I did that. So I'm just going to take $100 out of here. So 40, 60, 80, 100. I'm going to put that straight into the bank because I need to replace the money that I spent out of my bank account. So good. I'm so happy. It's all done. I can't tell you guys how satisfying it feels to finally get back on track with my envelope system. I don't know about you, but if you ever kind of like get off, like you fall off the financial wagon and you just start purchasing whatever you want, whenever you want, you know, like whether or not you have the money, when you get back on track, oh my goodness, it feels so good to actually have the money. And I think it kind of works out those impulse control muscles that I really need to work on all the time. I feel like they're a lot stronger these days. I'm so blinged up today, guys. My goodness. Like I had to put on all of my jewelry today. It's just one of those days. And my nail polish looks like I have whiteout painted on my nails. So sorry if that's kind of weird to you guys. Okay, my next envelope is for my hair appointment. I'm going to add $50 from the January 31st withdrawal, and then another $20. So that'll make for a total of $70. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, 20, 40, 60, and I'll take a 10 here. For all of my American viewers, this must look like Monopoly money to you guys. I love our Canadian money. It's very pretty, and it's kind of cool. It's got this like, I don't know, plasticky texture to it. So I have a hair appointment in a couple of weeks. Oh, I had a serendipitous thing happen actually. So my hairdresser is like off on leave right now, so she booked me in with another hairdresser, and I was supposed to go in a couple weeks ago for a haircut. I just like wasn't feeling it. I was like, I don't feel like spending $60 on a haircut today. I just don't. And so I show up and I'm waiting, and the girl kind of looks over at me. She's like, "Are you here for an appointment? Like, what's your name?" So I gave her my name, and she was like, You're not booked in." She was so apologetic, but like inside I was like doing a little dance. I was like, yes, I don't have to spend $60. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, I was so happy. But this hair appointment coming up, I know for sure I have that appointment which is good because my roots are coming in really badly. So I look forward to that appointment. My next envelope is for Christmas. I'm already saving up for Christmas. I just want to double check. Yeah, okay, there's $20 in there, and I'm going to add 40 for a total of 60. And so this year, I told everybody I wasn't buying them Christmas presents. I decided to buy some children in my family presents instead, which is way better. It's way cooler to buy things for kids than for other adults that most people in my family have everything they need. Also this year though, we decided to sponsor a family for a food bank type thing. So you buy them sort of Christmas dinner and all the fixings to go along with it. And it was about $200. So I want to be able to save up, and I'm definitely going to do another one hamper this year. But how cool would that be if I could have enough money for 2 hampers? So I'm hoping to save up at least $1,000 for Christmas, and then maybe we can sponsor 2 families. Oh, that would be awesome. That's what Christmas is about to me. Doing nice things for other people. So anyways, on to my next envelope. So my wedding dress fund. I am buying a wedding dress on February 20th. And I mean, I don't have a lot of money saved up, obviously. I have a total of $70 from the last two days that I withdrew money. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. And I've probably said this a million times and you guys are I know. But like I say, with cash envelopes, perfection is not the goal. Having kind of a fully funded envelope is amazing, and we should all strive to do that. But even just having a little bit saved up is still better than nothing. So even if I make it to February 20th with $200 in this envelope, and obviously a wedding dress is going to be significantly more than that. I have my eye on one that's, I don't even want to tell you how much it is, but it's still better than nothing. And I seriously don't pretend to be perfect. I'm not a financial expert. I'm really into this stuff. I love it. I love doing it. I love talking about it, obviously. I have a YouTube channel where I put money into envelopes. But I'm not perfect and I'm not an expert. So anyways, just some notes on my first no-buy month. So January 2021 was the first month of my no-buy. And yes, I broke the rules. I bought some pencils. Pencils broke my rules. I was kind of oh, Allie, of all things to break your rules, it was pencils. But oh well, that's okay. They were only $4. And I don't pretend to be perfect. But oh my gosh, did I ever buy way less than I normally buy. It was actually kind of eye-opening to me how much I buy, because every time you're a little bit more aware of your triggers, and every time you have an urge to go out and buy something, you kind of note that, right? Instead of just blindly going out and not thinking about it and buying the thing. And I would say at least once every 2 or 3 days, I would sort of have this kick to go buy something, whether I needed it or not, or I'd make an excuse to oh, we need this. So no, we don't need that thing. I can't think of whatever the thing is right now, but even I don't know, a piece of clothing, it's oh, I need a new shirt. I need that specific black shirt. And it's so amazing that you can change your habits in such a short amount of time. So I felt really good about that. Expenses came up that I knew were coming but felt unexpected. So these are just silly little things for the house, even just bills. You forget how much life costs. And I think sometimes you look at your bank account and you forget in the week coming up, your hydro's coming out, or your gas is coming out, or something along those lines, or you forgot that your shampoo and conditioner, you're out of that. So you're gonna have to go spend $10. Or you're gonna, I can't think of something right now that's even going for an oil change. So it's $100. So you forget that that's kind of coming up. So you're oh, I have $100 wiggle room that I can just blow that money on. No, you have to go get your oil changed. So I think I'm a little bit more aware of that, because I didn't have to think about going to buy things because I couldn't. And when those expenses came up and the money was withdrawn from my account or whatever, I thought to myself, wow, I'm so glad I didn't go out and just buy that thing I wanted. Anyways, this month was more difficult in some ways, but easier in other ways. So it really simplified everything. It really freed up a lot of brain space for me, where it was I'm somebody who obsesses and researches and will spend a lot of time thinking about the things I'm going to buy, but when you can't buy it, you just don't look it up. And I've gotten into like even more of a habit of just like not doing that. I'm not doing research on things. So that was kind of nice. But obviously it's like difficult when people are doing fun things and buying fun things and you can't do that. And for example, like the Apple Watch that I want, like everyone I know has one, and they're all kind of doing the step counter thing together where they're in like a competition with each other, and I'm like, I just really want to do that with them, but I can't because I don't have the money to buy an Apple Watch. So it's too bad for me. And then I feel like finally I've caught up after Christmas. So over Christmas, like I find our paychecks are just like a little bit less. And Sorrel's off work over Christmas, so obviously he doesn't get paid for that, which is fine. It's nice for him to have time off, but it takes like a couple of weeks for you to kind of get back into the swing of like making money and getting like that regular money that you make. So I feel like we're finally back to normal, and we're finally back to like not having a huge expensive month of December looming over you and like slowly leaching money out of your account. So you know how it is just in December too, like you kind of anticipate it to be a little bit more expensive with gifts and food and whatever. And for me, it's always like a little bit more expensive than I always anticipate. So like just playing the catch-up game of like, even if you have to output like an extra $300, like that's still like an extra $300 when you're not making as much money as you normally do. And then going into January, I don't know how it is in the States or anywhere else, but in Canada, if you've maxed out your like national pension plan withdrawals, like what happens is you get about, I'm going to say like $100 a paycheck taken off for this like pension, like Social Security basically. So I usually am paid up, like I max out those contributions in sort of June, July. So that means that I get an extra $100 a paycheck that I don't have to put into like Social Security. However, January 1st, that starts up again for like both of us. So that's like an extra, I don't know, $300 a month until June that is just gone off of our paycheck. So on top of spending extra money in December, we have more money coming off of our paychecks at the beginning of the year. And that's okay, like Social Security is a good thing, but you know, like it's a thing. And I think that's something that you forget to account about as well. So I'm just like learning a lot about my finances all over again. Anyways, I want to give a recap about my no spend year and some other things. Oh, and one more thing. Somebody asked me about what diet I'm on. So I'm on this also quite a cost prohibitive diet called Ideal Protein. And I'll show you an example of like, this is what the brand is. This is one of the snacks you can buy. It's costing me about $500 to $600 a month, but oh my goodness, it works so well. I'm not like sponsored by them. I don't want to influence anybody into doing a diet or anything. It works for me, that's it. And yeah, so it costs about $500 or $600 a month. One of these snacks is this thing is $5. Isn't that crazy? Like, I buy a box of 7 for kind of $32-ish. But so far I have lost 50 pounds in 3 months. It's obviously not for everybody. I think it's a great diet for me. There's a clinic, they kind of coach you through it. Obviously, if you wanted to start something like that, like you would have to go get advice from your doctor or advice from the clinic. But yeah, somebody had a question about that. So that's the diet, and it is also kind of breaking my budget, but I'm kind of at this point in my life where my health is too important not to take care of. So there we are. So this is the part of the video where I talk a little bit more about my no-buy year. So if you're not interested in that, then I guess that's the end of the video for you. So I have kept track of all of the little like consumable products that I have used, that I've been able to use up. And this part of no-buy always confuses me, where people are like, I used up all the things I had, and I'm like, that's great, weren't you gonna use them anyways? But I kind of reflected back on myself why this is such an important practice. And it's because we just keep buying things sometimes. Or some of us, if you have the tendency, you just keep buying things and you don't use them up. And then you sort of half use them up and then they get lost or you throw them away or whatever. So it was really important for me to collect all of these consumable items, especially like lotions. Why do I have so many lotions? I found like 17 of them. And just like take stock of what I actually owned, because I am one of those people that will like legitimately forget I own these things and go and buy more of the thing. So every night I've been making a concerted effort to use all of these like body lotions that I bought, and they're like scented, and it was like I bought them back in the day when I actually enjoyed scented body lotions. I really don't like them now. I just find them cloying and they just kind of give me a headache, but I'm making myself use them because I think that's a good exercise in like, if you buy it, use it. So I used up a Lush body cream. I wasn't like in love with it or anything, but I used it up. I got all of these lotions like a couple of years ago from Christmas. Yeah, I know, years ago you're supposed to use them up in like a certain amount of time, and I didn't. Sue me, whatever, I used them. They weren't bad. I also used up some more of these like silly little Sephora sample things, which like honestly I actually kind of like these products. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy them because I still have like a lot on the go. Oh, another lotion. How many bodies do I own that I need so much lotion? And then, oh yeah, and I was like pleasantly surprised to find some more of this like no rinse like laundry soap that I really like, and there was kind of like that much left in the container. And that's the other thing, is like I had all of these half-used things, so I'm happy to start kind of like using them up. And I'd like to get to the point where I only have like one of everything, because why do we need more than one? So I was able to use up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like six things. So that was really good. And I feel like I'm at the point in no-buy where like the initial excitement is gone. And I'm also kind of over that slump of like, I can't do anything. And now it's just becoming like more easy, and I don't have to think about it as much. I just don't buy things, and that's the way it is. And I'm finding new ways to fill my time. So it's actually really, it's been really good, even though it's only been like a month. So I'm also enjoying staying home and not going out and doing anything. I mean, that's part of lockdown, it's part of the pandemic, but right now I'm just like super enjoying being cozy at home and decluttering, and part of like using your stuff is decluttering and getting rid of all that stuff that's like in drawers and cupboards and whatever. So I would say my first month of no-buy is really successful, other than the disastrous pencils that I broke the rules with. But yeah, $4. I'm not perfect. Whatever. It's okay. I found this month like a few big expenses came up, but it was okay because I didn't spend any money, so that was really good. And as part of my no-buy year, I know this sounds like it like contradicts itself, but it also is like a big part of the learning experience, is saving up for something before you want to buy it instead of just buying it. So I was able to reach my first goal this month, and I got my AirPods. I'm so excited. Look at how cute they are. And I was always one of those people that like made fun of people with AirPods. I was like, what, are you gonna get beamed up to the mothership? But now I'm gonna get beamed up to the mothership, I guess. And they're so perfect. I'm so happy. So I think I'm like a bit elated too, because I reached my first goal of like learning to like saving up for the thing. So it's like the first thing of 2021 that I have saved all the money for, and I bought it. So I'm super happy. Anyways, I might ask you guys for your opinion. If you own an Apple Watch, which Apple Watch do you think is the best? If you have any opinion or other on like an Apple Watch. So I'm thinking the Sport Edition, that's gonna like kind of be my next savings goal, is $400 for that. So anyways, if you have any opinion on that, please leave comments below on that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I am so busy. We're all so busy, so but I might not be making videos as frequently as I used to. So I will see you when I see you. Bye.